Okay, I want to test the audio. Because last time we had some crazy remix issues. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. I'm doing a sound check before I go on. Oh, it is hot in here. Sweating. How is the sound? Good? I hope. I've got one yes. I feel like something is glitching. All my platforms have been glitching lately. Tony, can you test my sound? How is it? Okay, good. You guys hear it. Yay! Super chat's on. Are those working? Oh, yes. I already got. Oh, Buzz. What's up, Buzz? Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. Pick any scenario. Men and women, for the most part, will choose different paths to reach their goal. I'm not going to lie to you. At first, I thought you were reciting a poem. Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. Something else that rhymes with Venus. Yeah, I couldn't freestyle to save my life. But yeah, you said pick any scenario. Men and women, for the most part, will choose different paths to reach their goal. Interesting. What's up, Zay? How is everyone doing? Got my water today. Little sippy cup. Robert Kirsch, thank you for the sticker. How's it going? How you doing? How is everyone's Thursday? It's Thursday, right? It's kind of a weird random day to go live. All right. So I need to look over what you guys said on Instagram. So for those of you who didn't see on Instagram, I think yesterday, I did ask you guys, a question like I usually do. How do we better understand the dynamic between a man and what is a female in terms of job? Oh, there's a lot of questions going. All right, hold on, you guys. Okay, let's see what you guys said. Oh, wow. It's actually still on here. Screenshot it for nothing. Okay. Got all you guys' responses here. If you guys saw the question on Instagram, I said to name some things that women can do to better understand men. Now, of course, I had some females on here that were like, men need to understand us. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. Couldn't have said it any better. Why does it always have to be about the woman? Why? Why is it always the women? Women are the prize, and we're the ones that men have to chase after. We're the ones who should be put on a pedestal. Why is it always that? Why is it always about women? You know, I could say a topic on how to treat men better, and women will be like, they need to treat us good first. Why? Why can't we just be equal? This is why I'm bringing it up, okay? Because women aren't, that's not the issue. We understand that that's a problem, that's been an ongoing problem, that women think men ain't shit. Now we know that's false, right, my gentlemen? Because that doesn't apply to every man, and any woman that says every man is the same clearly hasn't been with every single man, because then she would have been with her uncle and she would have been with her best friends. Like, girls haven't been with every man to know that every man is the same. So for them to categorize every guy as a whole is just wrong. Because there are a lot of gentlemen out there who their image just gets torn because women like to kind of belittle men and make them feel like they're all pigs. And I know not all of you are pigs. Just like not all women are crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like most women are crazy. So, before we get into what I wanted to talk about. I want to give out my typical disclaimer, because I did say that this is a talk about how men and women can understand each other. Now, I say this is a discussion because this is something that I asked the gentleman on Instagram what you guys think that women can do, because as you know, I'm not a man, so I can't tell you word for word what I think women should do to, wow, I'm sorry if my laptop is, I hope it's not making a super loud sound because I feel like I hear it. Is it like super loud? It sounds like a fan. I can't sit here all day long and say that I know what women can do to treat a man better when I'm not a man. I don't know a man's needs. I'm basing it off of people that I know and other people's experiences. But this is something for me too. This is a learning experience for me because I want you guys to help me too. You know, like everything I say, I'm not sitting here just Dr. Philin and just giving advice as if I'm this perfect girlfriend over here, because a lot of this is for me. So let's help each other, because I know that there's some relationships that need some work. All relationships could be better, right? And I don't necessarily have all of the answers that you guys are looking for, but I think it is still helpful to let you know how women think, or most women, a lot of women, how we think and operate, and see if we can kind of fix a little bit of the communication issues that we have, because clearly men and women don't understand each other, which creates a communication barrier. So we're going to try to nip that in the butt today and just talk about that for a little bit, because I know we don't understand each other. So I want to help you guys understand women a little bit better, and I would like for you guys to help me understand men a little bit better and help all the other women out there, because there's a big miscommunication and we just need to talk about it. So I'm going to go through the Instagram, what you guys said on Instagram first. And if you guys want me to skip to you, you can send a super chat to highlight your message. That way I don't miss it, because I know these go by pretty fast. But all right, let's see what we got so far. The first one I see, have men understand us better? I don't believe that was the question. Ooh, Walt Mosher. I hope I said your name right. Hi, Walt. Thank you for the super chat. Hashtag hot ass babe alert. Hey, thank you. I almost didn't wear makeup today for you guys because I know you like the natural look, but I got a little insecure today, so I kind of had to throw some on. Thank you for the super chat, Walt. But next time I got you guys. All right. Yeah, the first one, have men understand us better? I don't think that was the question. I think the question was things women can do to better understand men. So again, like I said, somehow women have to make it about them. Okay. Actually take time to listen and not be so combative. Ooh, that's a great one. That's definitely something that women can work on, including myself. Well, no. Yes. A lot of these go for me too, okay? I'm not saying this as like a women should do this because I don't, like, or because I do. No, I'm saying like this is for me too. So I guess I'm taking this kind of as how I know a lot of women tend to treat their man as far as arguments. So I noticed that when couples argue, it depends, you know, I mean, every couple is different, but I'm sure you all know of several couples that you can count on more than one hand, where there's yelling and screaming and a lot of verbal abuse, and fights can get bad. I don't know if you guys have any similar situations where you get in arguments with a girl and she's screaming at you. How many of you just have a chick straight yelling? And I mean, like, you don't do this, you don't do that, I hate that you're this, da 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 da. How many of you have to deal with that? because that, like, let me tell you right now, there's a better way to get through to somebody than to scream at them consistently. There needs to be, like, why can't two people just have an adult conversation? I get, you know, girls have their periods and like their mood swings, and sometimes they deal with stuff, and I get it can get out of control sometimes, but I think there's definitely a more adult way for two people to have a conversation about an issue. So I think one of the things that both men and women can do is when they are in the heat of the moment and they're emotional about something that upset them, I think it'd be better for both parties to probably not speak until they've at least cleared their head. Because when your blood's boiling, you're up to here and you can just spit out anything that, like, things that you don't mean. And when you do that, if you're yelling out of emotion, then you're not speaking logic, you're not speaking facts. At that point, you're just screaming emotions. And I don't know about you guys, but if I was a dude and I had a chick just screaming at me, I wouldn't be able to listen to what the issue is, because all I hear at this point is this, and I want it to stop, right? So I think a better approach to hearing each other out and understanding how you feel about a matter is if you both just maybe hush and let your blood boil, or let it settle, you know, like turn the steam down a little bit first. Calm down, collect your thoughts before you get into a conversation. And I think a lot of women have, I mean, I'm sure men do too, but women have this issue where they see something that upsets them and they immediately just go off. Who the hell was this on your phone? It's like, first of all, lower your tone. I think it's crazy how much we as women can get away with. I feel like women get away with a lot, and it's just ridiculous. Like, a woman could scream at a guy, like scream at him, but if he tries to yell at her, she's like, lower your tone when you talk to me. Like, you didn't lower your tone. That's what I'm saying. Like, women need to realize that if you better give what you want. Like, if you want respect, you better give respect too, because it can't just be the woman just screaming at the dude and expect the guy to not raise his voice too. You know, you start yelling, someone else is gonna yell, and that's how that stuff works. And then, you know, I feel like that's why arguments just get so bad, is because you guys aren't having a civil conversation. At that point, you're not communicating, you're just screaming. And how can a man understand what a woman wants and needs if she's yelling in his face? And I see that a lot. I know you guys do. I want to catch up with you guys, but I can't. You guys are saying a lot. But yeah, if we could just calmly have a normal conversation with each other. I was on the Combos app earlier. I wanted to promote my live on there, but you can't promote a live stream on another live streaming app. But a girl in there was saying the way she handles her arguments are, if something upsets her, she'll say, hey, I just want, she said it so much better than I can, but I promise it was the smoothest, like, such a calm way to approach a man. Like, look, I just want to talk to you about something that really upset me, and I want you to hear me out, and I really want to work on this and fix it, and I want you to hear where I'm coming from. It was such a calm way to get through to somebody, and I feel like that's the best way to tackle a situation, is to handle it in a calm fashion. Now, again, if you're upset about something, obviously, in the heat of the moment, it's hard to just be calm. But if you have nothing nice to say at the moment, then you shouldn't say anything at that moment. You should let yourself chill out first. Maybe smoke, maybe drink, I don't know, do something to calm your nerves before you go off on somebody, because you don't want to say the wrong thing and make everything worse. Because if you're gonna argue and pick a fight rather than state your emotions calmly, then you're not on the verge of fixing anything. You're on the verge of making it worse. Buzz, Communication is the key. I don't argue. I'll take a walk. Ooh, that's a good one. Arguing leads to someone saying something that shouldn't be said. You can't unring a bell. Absolutely. You ever say something you don't mean and you wish you could just go back in time and fix it and unsay what you said? Like all the time. So before you speak, you should really think about what you say. But I like that. You take a walk, collect your thoughts. Maybe that won't necessarily like make you feel better because you haven't fixed the issue, but definitely holding off a little bit before you speak can be helpful. Myron! Had to stop and give love to my girl Jenny, driving home from work. What's up, Myron? You've been using your beard stuff? Thank you for the super chat, guys. Okay, I think we did good by touching it. You can't argue by yourself. Women be trying. Women do. I do that. I'll argue and think that it's an argument together, but it's really just me. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to learn how to, all of us, we need to learn how to calmly approach matters in a normal, like, okay, I guess think of it like, say you have an issue at work that you have to tackle. You guys have a meeting, you discuss it, and then you fix it. So why not do that in a relationship? Just because this person is close enough to you to where you feel like you're comfortable to say whatever the hell you want doesn't mean you should. You should still respect each other. Okay. It's not all about you. You're not the victim to everything. That is very true, because it's not. A lot of women like to play the victim in so many situations, and it's like, why is it always the woman? Why is it never the man? Things happen to men too. Men go through things. I know I'm not going to go into any names, but I know I've heard of some guys dealing with some harassment issues. I don't want to go too much into detail about that, but I was thinking about the things that were being done to a certain degree, and I was thinking, like, I feel like women could get away with so much more with a man, but women did anything significantly worse than what's being talked about. The women could get away with it. How often do you hear something on the news about a man complaining about being sexually harassed or assaulted or whatever by another woman? Like, it's a gender thing. It's like certain things are okay for men or are okay for women, but not for men. If a man does it, suddenly it's the end of the world, and it's just not fair. And women can't always play the victim card, but the way society is, it kind of just works like that for some reason. Like, I don't know why we can't just be equal in the sense that both parties can be at fault. It's not just men ain't shit. No, you probably did something with your crazy ass to piss off your dude to go do something stupid. Like, yes, I do. I'm not saying that men don't do dumb things sometimes and make mistakes, but women also make mistakes. They're not perfect. But, say a breakup. Say you're going through a breakup, and the girl runs off to her girlfriends and she's crying. She's like, I hate him. I deserve this. Like, girl, what did that motherfucker do now? Do I gotta beat him up? And it's like, you're hyping her up and you don't even know what happened yet. Like, but what's she gonna say? She's gonna say, he cheated on me. He just did. All you're gonna hear is all the negative stuff, as if she did literally nothing wrong the entire relationship. Where's all the negatives? She couldn't have been this perfect angel the entire time. Just like with the guy. How often does a guy go to his homies like, man, yeah, we broke up. But, like, he's not going to be like, yo, this is what I did wrong. This is why. No, he's going to be like, man, that bitch was crazy. Yo, she was tripping. Man, she was controlling. She was da-da-da. So not very often do people admit when they're wrong. They're usually going to say what affected them, what upset them, that the other person did. But people don't really own up to everything that they did because they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about, this person hurt me. They're not thinking like, what did I do? A lot of times we have so much built up hurt towards a person, but we're not taking time to reflect on ourselves and see, maybe I'm the common denominator of all my failed relationships. Or, women don't look at their relationships and be like, every guy's the same because this guy cheated, this. Maybe you're the problem. not condoning cheating, but clearly there's something that needs to be done differently. Now, me personally, I've also been cheated on in several instances. Do I think I could have done things differently to maybe prevent that? Yeah, probably. Some people will cheat just to cheat. But at the same time, I can sit and reflect on the past of things that I could have done differently that probably could have helped somewhat, or maybe chose my partners differently. Myron, thank you for the super chat. Hell yeah, the heated comb oils, fellas. The beer struggle is where it's at. Jenny 20 for your discount. Hey, look at the latest thing about complaints that more and more women have to pay alimony nowadays, and they're upset. For real. Thank you for the super chat, Myron. Okay, you guys, I rambled. I don't remember where I'm at, but I'm going to go to the next thing that you guys said on Instagram. And remember, if you're just now tuning in, feel free to highlight your message if you want to say something that I'm missing. Okay, so someone said on Instagram, learn what reason and logic is and why you should value it. Conversations will hit different. That's what I'm saying. You can't think logically out of emotion. It just doesn't make sense. So you've got to really think about the facts and not just emotions. Get off the feminist, masculine, independent mindset and learn to coexist with each other. Oh, that's a good one. And that's true. There's the feminists, which I'm not sure why that's even a thing, because it's all this women power and it's like, why are we need we need to just uplift women, and why can't we all just uplift each other? Why does it have to just be a women thing? Why can't we treat each other equally? It's always women just complaining about her man not doing this, her man not doing that. But how often do you hear a woman say what she's doing wrong? Like, oh my God, no, I should be doing this. I should be doing more of that. No, they don't say that. Don't you think that's an issue? I think that's an issue. If women are constantly complaining about what her man's not doing for her instead of talking about what she's not doing for her man. People need to sit and reflect on what they're doing wrong in their relationship, because we're not perfect. And for women to bash men so much and say that they're the issue, honey, you need to look at yourself first, because it takes two to tango, and you can't just have, it's not just a one-sided relationship where one person is doing everything wrong. Now, granted, yeah, that could be a shitty individual who is treating you like crap, but also you probably enabled it by staying with him and giving him 43 other chances, letting him know he can keep doing the same thing over and over again. If you're not happy in your relationship, you better get the hell out. And if you want to stay and you love the person and you feel like you can make it work, then why not do what you can to fix it? Now, I'm not saying that mending a broken relationship is easy, because clearly it's easier said than done, right? But I would look at it kind of like life. Optimists will look at life, the glass half full. They'll look at it like, okay, I may be in a terrible situation, but I'm going to smile through it. I'm going to fight through it, and I'm going to try to make it better. And if I can't make it better, then I'm going to do what I can to keep myself happy, no matter what happens. Pessimists, such as myself, look at it half full. We look at it as, man, I'm stuck in this situation after situation, all these bad things keep happening, I'm just gonna sulk and just be upset about it all day because I can't change it. You know, it's a lot of negativity. And I feel like we should look at relationships the way optimists do and not the way pessimists do, because I think a lot of us just exist in our relationships. We're not in it for the right reasons. We're just there at that point. Sometimes we've just been with someone for so long that we're comfortable and don't want to leave, or we feel like we don't want to look for someone else or start over with someone else. And at that point, you're just existing. You're just there. You're just going through the motions. Sometimes you have someone at home who's your significant other, but they feel more like a roommate because there's no passion there, because you're just with someone just to be with them at this point. And I feel like that's us just looking at it as a pessimist, in a pessimistic way. You're looking at the relationship as half empty, like, well, I'm in it, so I'm just gonna stay in this crappy relationship because it's all I can do. But if you look at it like that, it's like looking at life like that. You're never, if you're in this life and you have to live it, why not live it in the best way that you can? Like, why not make the best out of a bad situation? I'm definitely talking to myself, by the way, because I'm 1,000% a pessimist. But if we just looked at relationships the way we look at life, like, okay, I might be, like, say you're stuck in a relationship with a baby mama, baby daddy, and you have to be there with each other for the kids, or whatever situation where you're kind of stuck with someone that you don't necessarily want to be with, or that doesn't make you the happiest. If you're stuck with them, why not try to make it work or try to make it better? Because if you just sulk and sit and complain about how terrible it is, then that's your life, is you just complaining about this crappy relationship that isn't changing. So why not try to make it better? Just like you would try to make life better. I keep rambling. Hi guys. What's up with you guys? I'm just saying, if we just look, if both parties looked at relationships in a way, in less of a nagging, bashing way, rather than like, oh, I can't stand my wife, I can't stand my husband or my girlfriend or my boyfriend or whatever. Instead of that, if you're with that person, why not try to fix it or make things better? And like I said, you can't just fix things overnight, but you can try, you can work on it, you can improve it. It takes time, but you have to take a step forward into fixing things, take a step forward into understanding each other. Because if men and women just understood each other better and how we operate, we would have a lot less problems. Buzz, have you listened to your own advice? You're still single, right? I love your optimism and clarity. I have not been single for a while. I have not listened. I'm very bad at listening to my own advice. I can tell you that when it comes to anything. But that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking to you guys and me. I'm glad you love my optimism, because this is not normally a thing for me. I'm good at being more positive for other people. But thank you for the super chat. Okay, guys. Next one. Have platonic man friends. That's a good one. I think women who say men are pigs, don't understand our worth, and da. I feel like women who say that don't have a good handful of platonic guy friends, like guys who aren't just trying to get in their pants. Not saying that that if you're friends with a chick that you don't want that, because I mean, I'm sure guys would still get with their girlfriend if they had a chance. But to have a handful of guy friends that can talk about their problems with women, and just being friends with the opposite gender, you get to have a better understanding of men and women, because it's different to just, okay, like say me, for example, if I didn't have my handful of best male friends and I just tried to base my knowledge of men off of my relationship, I'm not going to learn anything, because my man's not going to complain to me about me. He's going to talk to his friends about it, just like my guy friends are going to complain to me about their girls or their conquests or whoever. And it's like it's a whole different world, because you're gonna have a biased opinion based on who you hang out with. And I notice women who hang out with mostly just women and have a group of girls and they all empower each other and say, we're all just gonna hate men forever. How are you gonna have an understanding of like a man's heart and a man's mind and soul if you're not associating yourselves with them, unless you're in the bedroom? So for me, with my guy friends, I hear stuff all day long. I hear two different things, and I made a skit about this too. Being friends with women, being friends with men. I'll have guy friends who talk about how crazy they are about a girl, and like they want to take her out, and they're in love, they're obsessed. Meanwhile, on the girl side, being friends with women, I hear them say like, "Oh, I'm just using him for food and his money, and I don't really like him. I'm talking to XYZ, but he thinks he's the only one." It's like, women aren't all innocent. There are some innocent ones, but we're not all perfect. So how else would a woman, it's like women can sit here and just talk about how terrible a guy is, but when there's a gentleman that's actually there to treat her like the princess that she deserves to be treated like, she's gonna overlook him and go for the bad guy, and then complain that she only ends up with assholes. But it's like, you kind of chose an asshole. Now, granted, we don't go into relationships looking for the biggest douche in the room, but we can definitely tell the difference right away from a genuinely good guy that probably won't hurt us, but we risk it for the man that probably will. And then we complain that they're all the same. Because a lot of times women go for the same type of guys, and they have the same outcome. But yeah, having male friends to be able to let you see like what they have to go through. Like when I hear what guys go through and my guy friends deal with, I'm like, I have one guy friend who I hope he's not watching. I doubt he's watching this. He's been trying to talk to a girl who never texts him back, really. She disappears a lot. Me knowing how a woman is, he's like, she's just super busy. People make time for what they want. If she wants to talk to you, she will talk to you. If she don't want to talk to you, you should know. You should get the hint. If you text her back several times in a week and get no response until like a week later, she wasn't playing hard to get at that point. She just wasn't interested. But I'm not going to be the person to tell them that. But I know, and it's just sad to see, because it's like, here's someone who really, really is interested in a female who really likes. Meanwhile, she's not thinking about him at all. People are on their phones 24/7. We are always on this. If not, it's here, it's in our pocket, it's always on us. So for us to miss several texts in a week and not get back to someone, we're texting someone else. 9 out of 10 times a woman is texting a dude. So if she's not texting you, she's texting somebody else. But they're not going to say that. They're like, oh, sorry, I was so busy. Like, I had work. And girl, you go to the bathroom, right? Because I know you can check your phone in the bathroom. And I know you don't work 24 hours a day. So before and after work, you can text. You can. She's texting other people for sure. You think she just never, ever touches her phone? And the amount of time she tells you she's too busy for you. If a woman's not, if you're blowing down a woman's line and you feel like you are blowing her up and she's not reciprocating, you're beating a dead horse. I said, be more like Jenny. I wouldn't say that. I'm not perfect, you guys. Like I said, this is advice for me too. For those of you who are just now tuning in, if you want to send a super chat, it highlights your message. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through these Instagram ones first. Okay. LaSalle said, just know that we're stupid and immature. Y'all will be good. Okay. I'm gonna say this in a different way. I think women need to understand that men are very simple-minded, and I don't mean that in any negative way. What I mean is, you tell a guy something, you tell him what you want, what you really, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. See, women will say that, but they don't do the same for a dude. They won't say what they really want. They won't say what they really feel. That's why when you ask a chick, what's wrong? Are you okay? No, I'm fine. They're not fine. And instead of just saying like, okay, honestly, I'm not, here's what's going on, this is what's on my mind, they play the game. They play a game where they want you to guess what's going on. Like they want you to pry and be like, no, babe, I know you. Tell me what's going on. And if you don't do that, like if a guy's just like, oh, nothing's wrong, okay, then the girl gets furious. And it's like, again, whose fault was it if you weren't open with your feelings? But women don't like, they want to play mind games with dudes. They want them to guess what's wrong and guess how to fix things. If you want a guy to fix something, tell him what needs to be fixed. It doesn't have to be complicated. Men are fairly easy creatures to deal with. It's like you want something, you tell him that. If the guy doesn't give you what you want, then okay, at least you know that you tried to tell him. Well, like sometimes guys need to be reminded a couple times, but also girls need to be taught a thing or two also. We're not perfect. Myron, thank you for the super chat. That's why I pulled over on the way home, making time. I'm gonna head home. Stay awesome, girl. Aww, so sweet. Okay. Well, you have a good night. Oh, wow, there you go. The next one. Someone said, we are simple creatures. Keep it simple. Don't overthink. Exactly. Just take it for what it is. All you have to do is just communicate with the guy what you want, what you need. And if he can't give you that, then that's how you know that you weren't the problem, but at least you said something. Girls will say men make us crazy. That's such a one-sided opinion. That's a girl thinking to herself, like, that's literally a woman saying, like, I wasn't crazy before you. You and everything you did made me this way, but I was great before you made me like this. And that's, no, highly doubt that. I'm sure the last guy said she was crazy too, and the one before that, because she's just naturally crazy. And there are a lot of crazy chicks out there. Like I've said before, there's the girls that destroy things. I have guy friends who come home to their place destroyed because women will literally break everything, their freaking PlayStation, their TVs. I'm like, what goes through a woman's head to where she thinks like breaking a man's things is gonna fix things? You're literally breaking his things, which is the opposite of fixing things. I don't know. Elijah, thank you for the super chat. I agree with this on how men and women understanding each other. And yes, not everyone is perfect because we don't know what that person's going through. Exactly, Elijah, thank you. I mean, you don't know what's going on in a person's head. And for a woman to say that like men make us crazy, it's like you don't even know. Men aren't going to do women do. I feel like women will sit down and nag a guy, you don't do this. I hate that you da. If men did that to women, I don't see men complain to women nearly as much as women complain to men. Women are known for complaining. So yes, you will chase a man away with your complaining. I get it. I do that too. Robert, thank you for the sticker. Appreciate you. Woot. And it's a video game. You know me. Damon, thank you for the super chat. Good night, Miss Balbas. Oh, good night. I know you guys are leaving. I'm still here. You guys still got me for a little bit. Thank you guys for the super chats. Okay, another one on Instagram says, listen to us before making up their mind. Listen to us before making up their mind. Yeah. That's another thing women don't do, is they don't really listen. They don't. Because we talk so much, clearly. This is what I do in my life, is I talk the entire time. Women are so good at talking and speaking their feelings and emotions that they don't take a lot of time to listen to the man. I think a lot of men men are so used to bottling up their emotions that it makes it look, guys will look at another guy as soft if he does show his emotions or wears his heart in his sleeve. But girls do that all the time. Girls can put their business out there and show that they're hurt. You'll know when a woman's hurt. She's gonna post it everywhere. Like, women gotta talk about the hurt. They gotta show the hurt. They got, whenever, anytime, if a woman ever says anything like the cliches, like I said, the men ain't shit, men are all the same, that you know she's been hurt. Clearly. And she's got all the blame in the world for the other person and no blame for herself, no accountability for her actions, because they're not thinking about it. They're thinking about everything the guy did wrong and nothing on her part, like nothing she could have changed or fixed. And that's an issue because she's not listening. And men, I don't know a lot of men that will, I mean, yeah, guys will talk about stuff on social media, but men don't wear their heart on their sleeves, I feel like, as much as women do. You know, men will try to cover up their hurt. Women can cry openly in front of anybody, and a man will try to hold, will try to not cry, because men don't cry, yeah. But the thing is, men have feelings too. Men are emotional too, but in this society, we force men into thinking that they can't show emotion. But the problem with that is they're bottling it in. And you guys know, you've heard the cliche, don't bottle your emotions, right? Because bottling it in is only going to, we all know that bottling emotions isn't healthy. So why do men do it so much? Well, first of all, a lot of women don't make it seem like they want to listen or they care, because a lot of times the woman is just all about, you've got to take care of my needs and help me and do this for me. It's never like, okay, boyfriend, husband, let me sit down and listen to your needs and your thoughts and your feelings. What upset you? What did I do to upset you this week? It's rarely that. Elijah, thank you for the super chat. I'm back supporting your content as always. Keep it up. Also, when you're in a relationship, I feel like we should communicate more and express ourselves. Absolutely. Communication is key. If you don't have that, you can't express your feelings. If you can't express your feelings, then you could feel like absolute ass and the other person won't even know it. Thank you for the super chat. So, as I was saying, back to women not listening to men and their needs. When men bottle up their emotions and they feel like they can't open up to a woman, that's a big thing right there. And that's also another reason why men cheat, is because they're not emotionally connected enough with their partner to even establish that kind of care and concern for each other. Like, it's just, there's something missing. I mean, it's one thing, like I said, it's tough to have a partner that you're best friends with, but it's another thing to not even have a mental connection. And I hear a lot of my girlfriends talk about having a strong mental connection with someone, and I'm like, do you have a strong mental connection with them, or do they have one with you? Because it's not, I know it's not both, because that'll be the same friend that's gonna say he doesn't do this, this, and this for me. So you're obviously not listening to each other. You're not listening. And that's the thing about a lot of women, is we don't really listen to what our man needs. And if I had more women watching this right now, they would probably disagree with me, because they would say, why do we have to pay attention to what our man wants? Why can't they listen to what we want? That's the problem. They have to flip it. It's like, I'm here talking about what women can do for men, but women always have to make it about them. We all know that women are needy and want things and need things. They tell us all the time, or they tell you guys all the time. But how often do you guys get the opportunity to express what you need and feel? And I just think men need to feel more comfortable with opening up to their woman, but also a woman has to make him feel that way. It's not just natural. I'd be losing my train of thought, I'm not gonna lie. All right. know that you can't pressure him into commitment. Ooh, that's a good one. I think another reason why a lot of women will say men make us crazy. Um, single women who are looking for a relationship will sometimes pressure a guy into taking a bigger step than she wants. A lot of times when my girlfriends go out on dates with a guy for the first time, with someone they met online, they have very high expectations of a man. Girls who meet guys on Bumble or Tinder or whatever, if you guys, unless you're meeting up to Netflix and chill, that's totally different. But the girls that I know will set up dates and expect to be wined and dined and expect this guy to possibly be the next Mr. Right, but they go into that with such high expectations. And then come to find out the guy isn't looking for that. But I don't think the girl pays attention to whether or not the guy wants that, because I feel like it's 50-50. Guys are either on, I feel like most women are on there to actually find somebody because they're tired of waiting and looking. But when men are on there, I think it's 50-50. They either want something real or they just want to bang. But at the end of the day, a man does want something real. I don't know a guy that would ever deny that. I mean, guys might say like, oh no, I'm just trying to bang as many chicks as I want. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. But I know if you found that one ride or die, you would want to cover. But the point being is, if you're a man and you want to just sleep with whoever, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're single, do you. But I'm telling you right now, if you meet a chick that's clearly not looking for that too, if you can tell that she would want something more and you feel like you'd have to lie to her to get her in bed, I understand that too. I understand wanting to get that, wanting to say whatever you need to say to a girl to get her in bed. But just know that if she says you make her crazy, that kind of was on you, because you did lie to her about your intentions. And if you lie to someone about your intentions from the beginning, that's something they're going to hold over your head, because you gave them expectations of a fake possibility of you guys becoming something more than just a lay. Elijah, I remember I was with a girl that I really liked in high school, and she was just using me to get back with her ex. So technically, I would decide to. It sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, Elijah. That's what I'm saying. Like, chicks also have different motives, so we're not perfect. Thank you for the super chat, Elijah. Miko, tell me I said that right. Miko. Oh my God, it's probably Miko. Oh God, I'm sorry. Will you please, pretty please, let me see the soles of your feet? The soles of them, though? You've been walking around and stuff. I felt weird doing that. All right. Next one. I don't even know if I finished what I was talking about last. Did I? Probably not. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay. Listen. There's a lot of guys in here that are saying, listen. Listen, ladies. Listen to your man. To not try to change men to want what they want, to know and respect what they want. If you want a woman to respect what you want, you've got to tell her exactly what it is that you want, because otherwise you're going to hurt her and she's going to hate you. Trust, if you're not honest with your intentions from the beginning, and there's easier ways to know, to learn if a woman has the same intentions as you from the beginning. You don't have to literally say like, so what up though? Like, are we doing this, or what are your intentions? Like, there's better ways of doing that. You know, you can have a conversation where maybe you say, so, you know, the typical, why are you single? Something like that. You know, I mean, I know that's such a typical question to ask, but even saying something like that is a better answer, or a better question to ask than what are your intentions here, because it's less aggressive. So if you ask a girl, like, why are you single? Or if she says anything like, oh, well, I'm just not looking for anything serious right now, and like there's your answer, the golden ticket that you're looking for. Or she might say like, well, it's just gonna work out. Like I want to get back out there, and I want to, like, you'll get an answer that you're looking for. You can quickly pick up on someone's true intentions from the get-go. If you're a woman, I feel like women can tell what a guy is looking for. But a guy, well, no, hold on, sorry. A guy can tell what a woman's looking for based on her answers, but not so much a guy, because a lot of times a guy will lie to get a chick in bed, which, again, I get that. I've been at fault for that too. But just know that can backfire, and things like that can be reasons why women would say that men make them crazy, because they think of things like that. What up, Zay? Okay. Y'all need to understand, we feel more emotional than y'all do. It's not so easy to be a guy. Absolutely. I don't think that, I think both, being a male, being a female, they both got their pros and cons. I don't think either is really like necessarily superior. You guys probably disagree and say men are, but I can't state my opinion on that. But I think both parties shouldn't look at it like a competition. They should look at it as, guys can't do this, or they're not capable of that, or guys are stupid. I don't think women should look down on men at all. Because then men would be looking at women like that. Like, what if men looked at women like, oh, we're the prize, and we're the amazing ones. We're the ones you guys need to be. You need to treat us like a king and pay for us on the first date, the second date, whatever. Like, I don't know why why women think that we don't got to put no work in for a dude, because we should. We can't just be making the dude do everything. What is happening here? It's so hard for me to get you guys. Oh my gosh. OG. Yo, Jenny, how could you steal a 65-inch TV that fast? That's a good question. Ninja. Sorry, guys, I'm missing these. If you want to send a super chat and highlight your message, I will see it a lot easier. All right, I'm still trying to get through these Instagram ones. I'm not making very good progress. Empathy. Ask. Listen to understand, not to respond. Ooh, that's a good one. That's hard for a lot of people. Manipulate. What? I don't think y'all want to be manipulated. That's the problem. Actually think about what we say and listen. Wow, there's a lot of listen ones on here. I don't hear a lot of women say, like, you need to listen to your man. When does a woman say that? Don't you wish more women would say that? You just need to listen. No, it's always guys saying, like, you need to listen to your girl. Why is there so much advice on getting a woman when women don't? We need to do stuff for our man too. We need to listen. Just stay quiet sometimes, and that's enough to understand a man. What? How are we supposed to be? Women definitely know how to talk. Women definitely know how to talk and dress properly compared. Not showing emotion doesn't mean you don't care. I love you. What? Sorry, guys. I should have pre-read these first. Heal past wounds. Oh, that's another thing. The Combos app, which you guys should download. If you want the link, let me know. I think men and women have so much difficulty understanding each other, not only because we're just bred differently, but think of it like a puzzle. I'm definitely not saying this as good as the girl said it earlier, but think of it like like a puzzle. You don't, all your pieces are all over the place. You have a puzzle, your significant other has a puzzle, and you're putting all your pieces together. You're just throwing them on there. And the pieces can be your baggage, your scars, your past trauma, your hurt, and you're getting that in you, and you're putting that, and you're just laying it all out scrambled, and your significant other is doing the same. But you guys are a team, you're together. So he puts pieces with your pieces, you guys mix it up, and you just got this whole, you don't have the bigger picture. You don't have the picture of what all of this is supposed to be. So and there's no way to do that without seeing each other's picture and trying to help each other and put the pieces together. Otherwise, it's just a mess. And trying to be able to understand and comprehend all these pieces on your own is impossible. You're not going to be able to fully understand a woman unless, well, you can't fully understand her unless you have been a woman at some point. But also, you just aren't going to understand. You just can't understand the opposite gender unless either being it or communicating and just talking about everything, just talking it through. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, just communicate. Oh, I got a couple super chats. What up? The war between the sexes is something that we always go through all of the ages. What should we do instead of bashing? We should acknowledge how we complement each other. Yeah, exactly. Like, why is it even a war? Why is it a battle of the sexes? Why do we always have to compete with each other? Why can't we all just, listen to this. If women put as much work into listening to a man and communicating with him rather than bashing and talking shit about a dude, there would be so much less problems. She would probably be not as hurt if she had just listened more, been there more, did her part more. How do I know that women like that aren't doing their part? Because instead of understanding and acknowledging the fact that there's good men out there, she's categorizing everyone as a whole as terrible people. That's how I know that she's not doing her part. She's not listening because she's not paying attention to a guy's needs. If a woman says, know my worth, she ain't worth it. She really because that's not the woman that you want. You want a woman that knows your worth too, because you're also a prize. Your life is so valuable. So to have someone not fulfill you or make you not feel whole about yourself and about life and everything, and that person isn't being that missing piece to your puzzle, and they're just freaking throwing all the pieces around, and why are you even in that? Why even deal with that? Why continue this war, this gender war of not understanding each other when all you have to do is just listen? Miko, you got to tell me how to say that. Women and men can never understand each other. Just understand your role and stay in your lane. I get that you can never fully understand the other partner, but Xing out trying to know where they're coming from, I kind of disagree with that. I would say if you don't try to understand how your significant other feels about a situation and you stay in your one-sided mentality, then that's only going to hurt them more. Like, I think you both have to understand why you both do the things that you do sometimes. So say a guy's doing something to piss off his girl. If a guy doesn't understand why it's hurting her and she doesn't explain that to him, they don't communicate that, and he doesn't try to understand her, then he doesn't care enough, or she's going to think he doesn't care. Vice versa. Ronald, amazing beauty and good friend Jenny Balpas. Aw, thank you, Ronald. Ronald be having the best comments. Okay, not the best comments, but he be really going in depth on my skits. Hey, Arthur. Okay. Thank you guys for the super chats. We've got Tony's on here. Try to listen more to Jenny Balpas. I guess listen more, not just what we say, but what we don't say. Oh, that's deep. Listen to what you don't say. Wow. That's hard for a woman because she don't even listen to what you do say. But I agree. And reading between the lines. Stop saying you're a strong, independent woman because I'm gone then. Dang. You know what's funny though is I do hear a lot of women just say like, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. The women who say that secretly want a man so bad. They're just mad. Promise you that. I've been there. I know. I was there. That was me. They want a man so bad. They want a guy, a real, true gentleman to come around that's different from the others. That's what that means. And they want to accept their fate, but they probably won't find that because their standards are so damn high. I'm talking a lot of mess right now. Nicanar, thank you for the super chat. I believe that we need to understand each other's values and communicate. Sometimes we don't understand each other's motives, though. What's your advice on that? Well, understanding your motive, that's kind of hard because we don't tend to just, I feel like a lot of us kind of sugarcoat it. But I mean, the point of being able to communicate everything and showing understanding about everything is that you need to be an open book to your partner. Make that person your best friend. I think, which is another reason why I think guys cheat, is because they can't tell their partner if they're attracted to another being, which I think it's crazy, first of all, how this is why I tell my man, if you want to do something with somebody, just tell me, and it's fine if you just tell me. I'm not saying I'm going to be like jumping for joy. I mean, I probably want to join in, but but like, I would rather know than for my partner to go tell his friends like, oh man, like there was this chick at the bar, she was trying to get with me, yo, like I was kind of feeling it. It's like all this is going on behind my back. I don't know. I would rather know. I'd rather be aware of what's going on than to have him lie and cheat and do all that. Like, just be honest and upfront with me. Communicate your wants and desires. Another problem with women is women think that that men should only have eyes for her. And that's not a realistic thought, because if that were the case, then he would have seen her in the first place. Women will believe that a guy should only and we have wandering eyes. Like, yeah, you could technically, they can say you can look and not touch, but it's like, we're not gonna not look. And a woman could sit here all day long and talk about how men shouldn't gawk at other girls, but if a dude shirtless with a six-pack is working out in front of her, she's gonna be like, girl, you see that? So why is that okay for a woman to do but a man can't do it? I don't understand. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Nick and I don't know if I answered your question. I kind of went off. The point is, that's why it's important to be your partner's best friend, so that you can share everything, you can share your feelings, you can tell each other what it is, what you want, what you don't want, what you need, everything. Just be honest. But it's hard because there's a lot of women who they don't grasp honesty, or they don't handle it well. Some people can't handle the truth. But if they can't, what are you going to do? Are you just going to keep lying and making it worse? Understand we repress emotion. It's unfortunate, but it's how a lot of us were raised. Exactly. Like, I hate that guys can't feel comfortable enough to express their emotions to their women. Oh, another thing I can't stand is when women make home such an unhappy place to live, when guys would rather be at work than be at home with the person that they love. Because obviously when you first get with somebody, you don't expect things to go downhill. You're in that honeymoon stage, that lovey-dovey, flirty, romantic, happy all the time, ponies and rainbow stage. Later on, things happen you didn't expect, and it's hard to go back to that. But if you want any chance of going back to that, then both parties have to understand that there needs to be communication on what the issues are. We need to work on fixing it, because otherwise women just remain content with knowing that their man doesn't see them as their happy place anymore. And that to me would be devastating if I felt like my man doesn't want to come home. He'd rather be at work or with his friends or doing anything other than being with me. Because the whole point of being in a relationship with somebody is to be an added bonus to their happiness. So why do women tend to make it such an unhappy place for men? Women will like complain and nag a guy all day long and yell at him and just make him feel so like, women have the power to make a man feel lower than dirt sometimes. But she's not going to acknowledge that. Instead, she's going to go to her friends and say how he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, he's a piece of shit, he isn't treating her clean, he isn't da. Which again is both parties just complaining about their significant others without communicating with each other in a calm, adult way what the issues are and how to fix it. And I'm not saying that you can just fix it overnight. Like I said, talking about it is a step forward as opposed to not. Thank you for the super chat. I got a question, Jenny. When you did your skit with that was so not what I thought you were gonna ask. When you did your skit with Timothy De La Ghetto with the topless, did you actually go topless or did you have something to cover? You know, a lot of people think I was topless, but if you look really well, I don't know if you could see it in that, but I have the behind the scenes of that, and I had a sticky bra that they used to advertise on Instagram all the time, and it's a sticky bra that literally goes like that. It covers so you can't see up here, it's backless, it just like sticks like tape. So no, he didn't see anything. For those of you who are wondering, yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. Basically, all in all, yes, absolutely treat your woman like a queen. I'm not opposed to that at all. I do think women need to be treated like princesses, but at the same time, women need to be a man's piece. 1000% be a man's piece. Don't be a pain in his ass, which is what a lot of wives are nowadays. They're just a pain in a guy's ass, and that's not fun. Because you guys could be going through so much stress at work and deal with this, and this, all this bullshit, and just want to go home. But then you go home, and then you come home to a crazy person who claims that you made her that way. So just my advice to women and myself, just be a guy's happiness. Be like, if you want to be treated like a queen, then be his piece at least. All right. Speak mind. Don't fear the answer you don't like. Do not disturb during game time. Oh, that's another thing. There's women who don't like when their men play video games. That's mind-blowing to me, because it's a hobby. It's something that a man loves to do. Not all men, but men who love video games. To some men, it's a stress reliever too, and it's something that they enjoy doing, that they have fun doing. So why would that not bring joy to you to know that your man is doing something safe and harmless that he enjoys? That blows my mind. Do you guys know a female that doesn't like when you play video games? Have you heard of that? Because I've heard of plenty of those, and that's just mind-blowing to me. Because first of all, like, you're not doing anything wrong. It's not like you're out clubbing. You're sitting at home. You're playing a video game with your boys, and like, you know, I get some women can be like, it's excessive. That's all they do all day, whatever. And it's like, how, if you could shop all day long, you would. So it's like, women won't consider the fact that it's something that a man enjoys. It's their hobby. If a woman had a hobby that they enjoyed that they could do 24/7, they would do it too and expect you to like it. right? Video games can cause stress. What? I'm trying to see you guys' messages. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's another thing is, if a man loves certain TV shows, like take interest in each other's interests. Sometimes women won't like a guy who plays video games, or a guy who watches anime, or a guy that watches that doesn't like watching the sappy rom-coms that she likes or whatever. So it's like, take interest in each other's interests. If your man loves action movies or Marvel movies, whatever, watch it with him. Try to understand why he loves something. Just because you don't love something doesn't mean that you can't learn to love what he loves. Women need to learn to love what their man loves. I mean, not saying that if a girl doesn't like anime and her man watches it, that she has to force herself to like it. No, I'm just saying, like, try to understand why a man enjoys something, and if you can't enjoy it yourself, then at least indulge in it with him to make him feel like you care about something he's interested in. Jarrell Greg, thank you for the super chat. Said, what's the best approach to get a lady's number? Oh, that's tough. Because every girl is different, and also it depends on the situation. Honestly, I think the best way to do it, like the best setting for it, would be like in a place where you'll see that person for a few hours. Say you're at a bar and you're sitting at a table and you see a cute girl over there with her friends. Like, settings like that are better than seeing a cute girl at a gas station and running up to her real quick, because that just makes you look like aggressive and impatient, because you only have a few seconds of her time, which in her mind, it makes her think like, okay, he just saw me, wanted to bang, and wants my number real quick. Whereas at a bar, it's like you could take your time with it. You could sit over there, you could buy her a drink, you could chop it up for a little bit, whatever. Make her see that you're not in a rush. So it really depends on the setting. I think the best way to even talk to a girl is to be casual, like be like not necessarily like a friend, but rather than just like, hey, I just want you to know, I think you're really beautiful, and can I get you, like, that's off-putting to us, even though it's a compliment. It's almost like a woman's gonna look at that like, okay, yes, I know, cool. Next guy's gonna tell me that too and ask me for the same thing. You gotta stand out. You gotta be different. Maybe don't ask her for her number right away. Maybe just be more like, oh, what's up? Like, oh, those are some dope shoes. Where'd you get those shoes? Like, oh, okay, I see. And just making conversation, but not cheesy and not pickup lines. Just be more chill, more dope with it. Like, hey, like what are you drinking? Oh, are those good? Should I get? Yeah, matter of fact, I might get one too. And it just sprouts up a normal conversation where they can feel comfortable with you, because you want to make a woman feel comfortable. That's how you get her numbers. Make her feel comfortable. She's not gonna feel comfortable if she feels like you're just hitting on her the whole time. But that's my personal choice. You don't have to listen to me. Every girl's different. Ooh, eye contact? Yes. Eye contact is very important to pay attention to. But you got to be careful at not misreading it, because eyes can say 1,000 words, but you got to look for a specific look, because sometimes a girl could just be glancing around the room and then she happens to look in your direction by accident, and you might take it the wrong way. So you got to really pay attention. I would say before you even ask for a girl's number, you got to look out for the signs that she's even interested. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of time. Okay. Ask about social history. Talk past, present, future. Whoa. Some things in the past need to just stay in the past, though. Some things, you don't got to share every gruesome detail of your past. And I think that's another thing that women need to stop doing, including myself, is bringing all of our scars and trauma from past relationships, all that baggage, into the new ones, because we as women tend to live in the past a lot. So if we got cheated on 30 times, we're going to expect it from this new great dude that we have just because it's just happened over and over and over again. And you get used to that mindset, that mentality. And that's a problem for women, is we can't just go into something with someone expecting them to hurt us. Because if you're looking for the hurt, you're going to get it. Nick and Nar, thank you for the super chat. So if I went up to you and tried to kick it with you, remaining casual and have regular conversation, would you be interested in that? I mean, if you were single or in general with women. See, if you were single question, I don't like answering those because I don't like to look at like myself single in a hypothetical form, just out of respect to my man. But speaking for other women that I know, personally, like, or I guess you could say how it was in the past, I would definitely have preferred someone to kick it and have a regular conversation and not try to hit on me, because women are expecting every guy to hit on them like crazy. So when you don't, it's kind of like, what? That's different. This dude's a little different. I'm not saying that's going to get every female, but it makes you stand out from the rest. And we're kind of going to wonder, like, why is this dude not hitting on me? But if you play it cool, calm, and collected, it's trust me, it works way better than being like forward. Because then I feel like you have less chance of being rejected if you play more casual. Not saying you shouldn't end it. Like, you definitely have to have a finisher, or like seal the deal. But at least in the beginning, I would say to just try to kick it. Just be cool. You know, that works for more girls than it does if you're like straightforward and just hitting on them. Yang, you just get hotter and hotter, huh? Have you been here, Yang? I feel like I haven't seen your messages yet. Yeah, I don't think I have, because I would have said your name. Oh, Yang, I forgot to look up your peoples. Hmong people. I was supposed to do my research. Oh, thank you, Neil. Nick and R, because I'm going to be honest, these days I just don't care, to be honest. I just don't care. You don't care about putting in the time, or because if you're just kicking it with a chick, then like, you know, you just try to have a casual, cool conversation, then I feel like you're not really trying too hard. Jenny, you're the yin to my yang. Oh, Zay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read your messages, but you know, you can highlight it. I'm still trying to get through the Instagram ones. Stop judging all men as a whole. Yes. How many times I tell you guys, women need to stop judging men as a whole and stop thinking that all men are bad. I know so many of you are gentlemen. I know that there's good guys out there. I know it. I'm friends with them. I'm dating one. I see it. I have family members that are. Like, not all men are bad. God. Also need a response. Ask questions. Ask men for advice. Ooh, ask men for advice about men instead of other women. That's a good point. Women will run to their women friends and say like, oh my God, like, what do you think this means? He likes this girl's picture on Instagram, and she'd be like, girl, if my man ever did that. And then that's how that happens. Like, it just piles on the hatred for men. Women need to have guy friends, platonic guy friends, absolutely, and get advice from more men and not women. Really listen to him. Most women don't pay attention to what's important to their man. Exactly. Women need to really start paying attention to that stuff, because he's gonna slip through your fingers. Oz leaving. Thank you for coming by. Have a good night. I'm still here, you guys. Listen to understand. Everyone keeps saying OnlyFans. Y'all, this is the most you're gonna get. Sorry. I would like women to give us motivation to be in a relationship. Sorry, I'm trying to get through these Instagram ones so I can get to you guys. What are you guys talking about right now? You guys are still talking about the feed comment. Why? just tell us what you want. We will do it for you. That's very straightforward. Okay. Stop listening to a handful of influencers, articles, etc. about their man and start to talk to him. Or you can hear what I have to say about communicating with your man and just communicate with your man. It's complicated and a simple listen instead of trying to be right. Ooh, listen instead of trying to be right. That's a good one too. I mean, I know a lot of these are listening, but women do want to be right all the time. It's like, we need to just shut up, listen. Miko. Women don't understand how much men love y'all. If you only knew, it would change everything. What you mean? Oh, well then again, yeah. That's the thing. Women have so much hatred for men nowadays, and it's like, we know that you guys love us. We need to return, the love needs to be 50-50. I forgot who it was on here. One time I was like, relationships need to be 50-50, and someone's like, I disagree. It needs to be 100-100. I'm like, I don't think you understand how percentages work, my guy. But I get it. I get it. You both need to give 100%. Well, yeah. That's what that means. Nicanor, Jenny and my fellow men, peace out and take care. Stay up and thanks for all. Good night. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. A lot of these are very similar, you guys. I feel like I'm almost done, kind of. Stop acting like we can read your mind. Women definitely feel like guys should just know everything that we're thinking, which is ironic because I have a video coming up soon where people can read my mind. Ask about their feelings so you can better understand. Yep. Where do I begin? Sorry. Understand that there's two sides to every story. Yes, there's absolutely two sides to every story. Someone goes, bro, this is stupid. Men ain't even the ones that need understanding. It's both men or women. That don't even make no sense. That was stupid. Ronald. Jenny, you are phenomenal, an amazing young woman. I wish I could have a girlfriend that's awesome and funny like yourself. Love and respect to you. Oh, thank you, Ronald. There's an amazing woman out there for you, bro. But I appreciate the comment, the super chat. Elijah, hey, I'm back. And somebody really said it needs to be 100. What up, Elijah? Yes. Yeah, someone said that. And I get it. They said you need to, basically, like, you should be giving 100% and not just half-ass it. I get what they're saying, but, like, you feel me? Okay. I think I got through it. Well, no, almost. I forgot I also screenshot all of them. Oh my gosh, it's like ASMR. That was a loud drink. Okay, I'm gonna go through a couple more of these. I can't believe that was still on there. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing things. I know I want to get to you guys' messages too. Okay, let's look at that. Seeing everyone's perspective on things. I lost my train of thought. How are you guys doing? Okay. I think that's pretty much. I don't know. I think there's a few more things I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Yeah, based off their past relationships. Oh, women need to understand You can't judge a book by its cover and based off their past relationships. Said that before. Men need to understand what not to do to make sure their women don't feel that way. I don't know what I was talking about when I wrote this. I wrote this one. It's in a nutshell, it's both parties understanding each other. And I know, Miko, you said earlier, men and women can't understand each other, so they just shouldn't. But I think getting an understanding of your significant other is very important to know how they feel. And hello again, Miko. Jenny, you should be on Sleeper Kids World. Sleeper Kids World? Look it up. What is that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said all this. Oh, okay. Relationships don't need to be difficult. Like, it really doesn't. Like, you don't need to. I guess what I'm saying is, if you need to figure out, like, say you don't know if you should be doing something or not, or if something is wrong, whether something is wrong or right. How about you just think of, like, would you be happy if this person did this to you? And if not, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. I know a lot of guys who cheat on their girls left and right, but they'll get mad if their girl even looks at another dude. And it's like, why don't you just do unto your partner what you want done to you? Man, the longer these lives get, the longer I be on here, the more I be just blabbering. But you get what I'm saying. Oh, Myron's still here. Yay. Yeah, if you need help trying to figure out, like, whether something is acceptable or okay or whatever, like, okay, say cheating. Say you don't know, say you and your partner have two different versions of what you consider cheating. Like, well, can I flirt with this? Is flirting okay? And it's like, okay, ask yourself this: can your girl flirt with other dudes? If your answer is no, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. If you're cool with her doing it, then do it. But if you don't want that, like, I'm like, even for me, like, I'm very careful about what I say to anybody. Like, even like texting. If I'm texting someone and someone's hitting on me, whatever, I'm like, I back out of that right away, because I'm like, I'm not trying to entertain nothing that could possibly jeopardize what I have, because I'm thinking of the other person. I'm thinking, would I want them to sit here and entertain this person that's trying to get with them or whatever, like, just any little thing that you think you wouldn't want your partner to do, just don't do it. And I feel like that also makes relationships a lot easier if you just don't do what you don't want them to do. And what you want them to do. Like, if you want them to treat you like a king, treat her like a princess or like a queen, or if a girl wants her man to treat her like a queen, treat him like a king. I rarely hear women say, like, ladies, treat your man like a king. No, they don't. They always say negative things, right? This is why I'm here right now, to tell you guys, like, you need to get women to understand us. Maybe open up to your woman more. It's not necessarily about her also trying to get her to listen and understand. You got to get her to listen to you, get her to understand you, and come at her in just as polite of a way as you would want them to come at you, and let them know, like, hey, we need to sit down and talk. I want to talk to you about my wants and needs, just like I listen to your wants and needs. Did I skip something? Yes, I did. Wall, thank you for the super chat. Jenny, how can I get my girlfriend to open up more? The quotation marks and the emoji give me mixed responses. I don't know how to respond to this. How can I get my girlfriend to open up more? Emoji. All right, I'm gonna give you both answers. How about that? I'm gonna take it in the way that you said it. I'm reading between the lines. Um, you have to pay attention to her love language, because the more a woman feels loved, the more she's gonna give you the cookie if she don't just already naturally give you the cookie. Because I'm different. I want it from my man all the time. So, but there's women who need to be buttered up first. Like if they need to feel an emotional connection and a mental connection, and they need you to either like, or physical. Maybe they want you to rub their feet or massage them, make them feel good first, or listen to their day or compliment them. Some women need all these things. So that question should be to your girlfriend, like, what can I do to okay, you can't ask her that, but basically the more loved and happy you make your girl, the more she's gonna want to do stuff with you. That's plain and simple. The happier she is and the more you freaking get her to love you, the more cute shit you do for her, like that makes you irresistible to your girl. Now if you meant in the literal, like not literally open up more, just talk to her. Both. You just gotta talk to her, because only she can answer that. She can tell you what she needs to feel fulfilled. Elijah, thank you for the super chat. One more thing, Jenny, before I go. I'm glad you're speaking about this so that everyone can understand their point of view on the subject. I know we all have mixed emotions on these, or mixed perspectives, so I'm just sharing mine with you guys because I do feel like there's a huge barrier in between men and women, and what they want and what they desire isn't truly being expressed to their partner, because men don't open up to women, but women also don't listen. So it's like it goes hand in hand. Like both parties should be communicating with each other, helping each other build. You can't build a building by yourself. You can't you just can't build on your own. I mean, I guess if you're strong and independent and you feel like you don't need nobody else, but if you're going to be a team with someone, if you're going to be in a partnership, then you guys need to both work together to build something beautiful, and not just sit back while the other person builds, because that's not a team. That's a solo dolo, and that is not a relationship. Elijah, thank you for the super chat. P.S. It would be so cool to meet you in person as a fan and guy friend, and definitely hang out and vibe. Good night, Jenny. Peace. Have a good night. I know I told you guys I will be having a meet and greet at some point, but I'll definitely let you guys know all about that whenever it happens. But have a good night, Elijah. Thank you for stopping by. Damn, you've been going live for a minute. I know. I do be on here long. I'm probably going to dip out in a little bit, but I want to make sure that I went over everything. I think I pretty much, yeah. We talked about a lot, you guys. All right. You guys got some questions for me? I know you do. Let's hear it. I'm here now. I finished all the Instagram ones. Thank you guys, by the way, for those of you who responded to my Instagram post. All right. I'm going to answer a couple questions, then I got to hop off here, you guys. Yes, you do have questions. Oh, Lord. Lordy. Remember, if you guys want to highlight your questions, stand down more. It's disrespectful to shoot shots at someone already in a relationship. It is, but people are going to do it. Oh, Myron's leaving again. Good night. What's your Instagram? It is official Jenny Babas. Okay, Jenny Babas is already taken somebody. Yang. Ooh, getting hot in here. It's been hot in here. I don't have my AC on for you guys. I actually normally never have my AC on because I'm always cold. Do you think you should drop your single friends when you get married? Could you elaborate a little more? We'll chat some other time. You're crazy as hell. No AC. I know. I should be going. This dude's yawning already. Oh, he's hot too. That's how you know it's hot in here. He's panting. Isn't he always so creepy in my life? He always just be staring at me. He's like, it's about that time, Mom. You gotta get off and turn your AC off. All right, you guys. What's good, guy? What am I drinking? Yes. Oh no, don't do that, my wife. You nasty. You are here to talk, to not just look cute. I have talked for an hour and a half straight, sir. Or man. Or whatever. All right, you guys. I know I asked if you had any more questions, but it's hot. I think my time's up. I'm gonna go. But appreciate you guys again for watching me. I know it's probably late where you guys are at. I don't know what time it is over there, but it is 7:30 over here. But I hope I helped somewhat with you guys trying to understand each other somehow. Again, this is advice for me, and I'm not giving you guys advice. You guys, y'all already know this. I'm not telling you nothing. Whoa, I thought he fell. If anything, women need to hear this because they need to know what you guys said, because you guys said a lot of good stuff on my Instagram as far as what women can do to better understand their man. I already know how to try to understand women. It's kind of impossible because women don't understand themselves. All right, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here, but again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me, what you guys want to hear in the next live. I know, sorry, Edwin. All right, you guys, have an amazing evening. I will talk to you soon. Oh, and download the Combos app if you haven't yet. Bye, guys.